Okay, I just wanted to show you guys my eye makeup. It's purple and blue. Is it good? Not really, but it's the best I could do with what I had, and ta-da! Hi guys, my name is Eza and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'll be doing a book haul, and this book haul will be split into two parts. I think it's going to be in the same video, but basically it's going to be two parts. The first part is books I borrowed from the library, hence a library book haul. And the second part is books I actually bought with my own money, hence a legit book haul. So let's get started. So the first book that I borrowed from Pustaka Library is 13 Moons by Lilian Li, and it is basically 13 Moons will provide you with instant chills. Office workers discover the gruesome secret behind the puppets used as workplace decor. A man tries to help the ghost of a murdered child haunting a playground. An abandoned well and banana tree in a village garden conceal a decades-old crime. A couple struggles to keep their family together when their son becomes a zombie. And a nightclub with a supernatural door policy depending on when you choose to go. These stories reveal the darkness that threatens to seep through the veneer of day-to-day life. I actually finished this book earlier of this month, and to be quite honest with you, the book was okay. It wasn't that bad, it wasn't that good, and I think the reason is because it is short stories, and short stories and me don't mix well together. Some are okay, some are not, and I think the reason for that is because I'm the type of person who wants to know the full stories, like the who, when, what, how, what's going on, because, you know, I'm a curious person. So if I don't get that in a short story, it just like, I don't know, gnaws at my soul, and I'm just like, what? I need to know. Tell me now, what is going on? So, yeah. 3 out of 5 stars. That's my review. Okay, next book that I borrowed from Pustaka Library is The Recovery of Rose Gold by Stephanie Robel, and the synopsis is: Rose Gold once believed she was sick for 18 years. She thought she needed the feeding tube, the surgeries, the wheelchair. Turns out her mother is a really good liar. Oh, is it Munchausen's again? Oh, it's always Munchausen's, isn't it? Munchausen's by proxy. After 5 years in prison, Patty wants is finally free. All she wants is to put all grievances behind her, reconcile with the daughter who testified against her, and care for her new infant grandson. When Rose Gold agrees to have Patty move in, it seems their relationship is truly on the mend, and she has waited such a long time for her mother to come home. But is she still the easily pliable young girl she once was? And is Patty still as keen on settling an old score? Because if mothers never forget, then daughters never forgive. A chilling tale of obsession, reconciliation, and revenge from an incredible new talent. Honestly, though, if your mother had like Munchausen's by proxy and decided to basically torture you to get attention on her, would you really forgive her? I wouldn't. So yeah, next book is Iban Dream by Golda Mo. I borrowed this book because hello, Sarawakian, part Iban Dream. You gotta support your local sis. And the book is orphaned as a young boy in the rainforest of Borneo. Bujang is brought up by a family of orangutans, but his adult future has already been decided for him by Segalang Burong, the Iban warpath god. On reaching adulthood, Bujang must leave his ape family and serve the warpath god as a warrior and a headhunter, having survived his first assignment to kill an ill-tempered demon in the form of a ferocious wild boar. Subsequent adventures see Bujang converse with gods, shamans, animal spirits, and with the nomadic people of Borneo as he battles evil spirits and demons to preserve the safety of those he holds dear to him. But Bujang's greatest test is still yet to come, and he must rally a large headhunting expedition to free his captured wife and those of his fellow villagers. In this unique work of fantasy fiction, author Golda Mo, herself an Iban from Borneo, who uses real beliefs, taboos, and terminology of the Iban, a longhouse-dwelling indigenous group of people from Borneo, who until very recently were renowned for practicing headhunting to weave an epic tale of good versus evil. Next one is Extreme Medicine: How Exploration Transformed Medicine in the 20th Century by Kevin Fong, MD. Basically, I just wanted to read this book because I wanted to see how far medicine has come from like back in the old age to now, and how, you know, it's how different it is, how similar. It's in the cover. I don't really need to talk about the synopsis, do I? Oh, this book. Whew. Okay. The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adier. If you have followed me on Instagram, links down below. My name is Eza_reads. So yes, if you have followed me on Instagram, you know that I have been ranting about this book. My God, I am currently reading this book, and rant review coming up. Rant review coming up. I mean, okay, I'm already like halfway through the book. 244 pages to be exact. It's not even halfway. It's more than halfway. Can you see this? It's more than halfway. I'm going to save all of this anger for the rant review. But basically, it's more than halfway. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to save for this one. I don't even want to talk about the synopsis. But you know what? I will talk about the synopsis. Basically, this book is the retelling of the 1001 Arabian Nights tale, Scheherazade and the King. I don't know why I keep reading retellings these days, but basically it's that retelling, but 100 times worse. Okay, this book I borrowed from Dewan Swara. Actually, no, it's still Pustaka. Never mind. It is, wait, where is it? It's Jurat and Hilang by Dayang Noor. It's 2 books in one, by the way. So it's Jurat and Hilang. And Jurat is a thriller that is in the IT world. Got my hair. And it starts with the accident of Shireen, who now is an amnesiac, but she needs to find out like why people are trying to kill her or what's going on. And that is basically the premise of Jurat. Hilang basically is about Shaziman, a juru latih pribadi, a personal trainer, a happy-go-lucky personal trainer, who, and also Khairani, a village girl, and they go to like town to find a job, and then they fall in love. Not they fall in love, but you know, they find love in the town, and then stuff happens. I'm really sorry, but I am not good in translating stuff, okay? I'm not good in translating like from BM to English and English to BM. I mean, like, my Malay is worse. It's not really worse. It's okay at best. Okay. I mean, like, I can read it properly, but if you start talking to me in Semenanjung, I'm like, what? My brain starts to jam. Then the next book that I borrowed from Pustaka is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is basically like it shows you the moves of how you can do it, and I borrowed it because I want to practice my moves. I do Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not good at it, so I suck at it so bad. But yeah, I borrowed this book because I wanted to try it out, and because, you know, maybe if I know the name, I know kind of the moves, I would completely understand what the hell my coach is saying. Because he would give like names of all the moves, that's what's going on. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is a Kimura? Huh? What? Okay. Finally, something from Dewan Swara. Dewan Swara books that I borrowed is The Heart Goes Last by Margaret Atwood. I borrowed this because it's Margaret Atwood. They don't have The Handmaid's Tale, so this is the next best thing. Charmaine sees an advertisement for a project called Positron that promises you a job, a place to live, a bed to sleep in. Imagine how appealing that would be if you were working in a dive bar and living in your car. She and her husband Stan apply at once. The only catch is that once you're in there, you can't get out. I haven't started reading this, and I've borrowed it for quite a while. Actually, it's due. Oh shit, it's due a month ago. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Next book that I borrowed from Dewan Swara, it's the Makiouka sisters from Junichiro Tanizaki. I really like the cover. I just like that it's a hardcover. So basically what it is about is hailed as the greatest Japanese novel of the 20th century, The Makiouka Sisters is a subtle tale of domestic oppression worthy of Balzac or Chekhov. In this saga of a once prosperous family struggling to marry off one of their daughters, Tanizaki tells a story of individuals striving to preserve their self-respect as they come to terms with decline and changing times. A wonderful portrait of Japanese life in the first half of the 20th century. It's translated and introduced by Edward G. Seidensticker? I think that's how you say his name. One is another Pustaka book. I'm sorry, this is getting really boring, but yeah, this is another Pustaka book, and it is Decoded, a novel by Maijia, and it is The World Only Makes Sense to Rong Jinzen Through Numbers. As an orphan child, he counts the ants on the ground and writes calculations on wrapping paper. But as this fragile, isolated boy grows up, his mathematical genius is recognized by the secret services. Recruited as a codebreaker to crack the notorious purple cipher, he begins to unravel. It's basically a spy book. I like spy, James Bond, so I was like thinking, okay, James Bond Asian version. Another book of Jiu-Jitsu, but this is more of like a memoir of, where is it? Nova Renata. I wish the Pustaka did not put like a smack in the middle. I can't see shit, but it's like, you know, where there's no name or anything. So yes, basically this is a memoir called Roll With It of Nova Renata, and her experience with Jiu-Jitsu and how it, you know, improved her as a person, how it gave her life experiences. I don't know, man. It's just a memoir of her experience of Jiu-Jitsu and how it improved her life. Okay? I'm not good at this. Next and last book that I have in the first part of this video, which is the books from libraries, and it is called Rosalie and Other Love Songs by Sadia Rastam. And this book, I'm not going to read the synopsis, but basically my understanding of this book is it is a documentary? No. Wait, what is this book about? Basically, my understanding of this book is it's a book that compiles a lot of love songs and everything, and the backstories, the histories, who made it, how they made it, etc., etc., etc. That is the book. I haven't read it. I'm going to read it soon. My TBR pile is getting more and more, and yet I'm not reading as fast as I can. Okay, so now we are going to the books that I bought for myself. I think the first 3 books I bought in the secondhand books around the world thing. I bought 3 of those books. I bought 3 books from that secondhand sale thing. The rest I bought it from popular book sale. So let's get started. You'd obviously know this book. I've been talking about it nonstop everywhere. And basically the first book that I bought from the secondhand American whatever sale is The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. I've talked about this book so much, I'm not going to talk about it again. This is the first book that I bought. The second book that I borrowed is Year of Wonders, a Novel of the Plague by Geraldine Brooks. And basically it is about, what's her name? Anna Frith, and her village is going through a plague, basically. They're going through what we are going through. There's a pandemic going on. And the minister, the young visionary minister, was like, you know what, girl? We need to quarantine. So that's what they did. They quarantined themselves, but the death toll keeps rising, and then faith is tested. Basically, like what's going on right now with our world. So yeah, that's why I got this book. Next book, and last book that I got from the secondhand sale thing, is The Good Soldier by Maddox. And the synopsis is, handsome, wealthy, and war veteran of service in India, Captain Edward Ashburnham appears to be the ideal good soldier. Before his creator, Maddox, he also represents the corruption at society's core. Beneath Ashburnham's charming, polished exterior lurks a soul well-versed in the arts of deception, hypocrisy, and betrayal. Throughout the 9 years of his friendship with an equally privileged American, John Dowell, I think, Ashburnham has been having an affair with Dowell's wife, Florence. Unlike Dowell, Ashburnham's own wife, Leonora, is well aware of it. These are the books I bought from Popular. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about the synopsis of this book because I've been talking about it everywhere. But basically, I finally bought Anna Karenina. It's not the best cover. I don't really like it, but it's the best that I could do, you know. Actually, if you think about it, inside looks actually really nice. I take back everything I said. The outer cover is, I'm sorry to say it's shit, but the inside looks pretty nice actually. I'm not sure if you can see the details. Actually, you can. So it has this one. Looks really cool at the side. There's like gold stuff, and it is about 800-ish pages. And the next book I have is The Boy with the Blue Trousers by Carol Jones, author of The Concubine's Child. And the reason why I bought this book is, hello, look at it. It's gorgeous. Gold, blue, looks nice and fancy. So this book, 1856 China, in the mulberry groves of the Pearl River Delta, an 18-year-old little cat carries a terrible secret, and so in disguise as a boy in blue trousers, she makes the long and difficult passage to Australia, a faraway land of untold riches where it is said the rivers run with gold. 1857 Australia. Violet Hartley has arrived off the boat from England, fleeing scandal back home. Like the Chinese immigrants seeking their fortunes in the gold fields, Violet is seduced by the promise of a new frontier. Then she meets Little Cat, a woman who, like her, is trying to escape her past. As their fates inextricably, devastatingly entwine, their stories become one of freedom, violence, love, and vengeance, echoing across the landscapes of 2 great continents. Yes. Also, I finally bought Dracula for my classics to read this 2021. Who doesn't know about Dracula? Don't need to talk about the synopsis. Next book is The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Again, I really don't like it when they put the stickers here. You could put it here. There's empty space. Why do you have to put it at, those words? I don't understand. It's common sense. So yes, basically basically, this book is about Hiram Walker is a man with a secret and a war to win, a war for the right to life, to family, to freedom. Born into bondage on a Virginia plantation, he's also born gifted with a mysterious power that he won't discover until he's almost a man, when he risks everything for a chance to escape. One fateful decision will carry him away from his makeshift plantation family and into the heart of the underground war on slavery. Next book is House of Koi by Lilian Lee. I actually follow the author on Instagram. I'll put all the links down below, don't worry. I saw this book on Instagram because, I followed the author on Instagram. And then I saw this on Popular, at Popular, and I thought, why not? So yes, the story follows Mila as she strives to reconcile the person she became to fit into her American international school with the young girl she used to be who spoke Mandarin and Malay with ease. Is it too late to embrace both parts of herself? When Mila is sent to the top of the mountain to live with her grandmother for a year when her parents go away for business, she cannot avoid her native tongue. To make matters worse, Mila must now attend a local private school and navigate a world she seems to barely understand. Everyone keeps telling her that she cannot forget her heritage, but this only makes her hide even deeper within herself, until she meets the fish boy from the bottom of the mountain. Together, they teach one another what the other is best at, but whenever Mila asks about the past, he refuses to answer. She resolves to find out what happened that caused her to not be able to look her grandmother in the eye. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, one thing I have to say though, do you guys prefer books that have like white paper, kind of like this, or books that are using recycled paper? I really prefer books that have recycled paper. Not that it's like better or anything, I just really like the texture of it, So yes, basically this is the book haul that I wanted to share. Not very good, but I am trying. So there you go. So yeah, that is all the books that I bought and borrowed from the library. I hope you like this video, and that's it. Bye.